and welcome to my channel. Now in today's video I'm going to be telling you about a story that happened to me May 28th, 2014 in New York. Okay, so we're just going to get straight into this video because I don't want it to be a long video. Anyway, so me and my friend went to New York City, part of a school trip with our comprehensive school. So thank you school for letting us go. Thank you, it was amazing. And it just so happened to be over my 14th birthday. So obviously that's my birthday present. So we went to New York and it was a blast. It was amazing. Like, I had so many memories from there and I love every memory, including this one, because I just find it so funny, but it makes me so angry at the same time. So, I don't know where to start with it, so I'll just describe the hotel. So the hotel we were staying in was really nice, but it did smell a bit fishy because it was on a street with like loads of fish shops and sushi. I know that's fish, but you know what I mean. It was like on one of those streets, and it wasn't a very clean street either, to be honest with you. I mean, we weren't in a nice part of New York, that's for sure, but excuse me, but it was still good nonetheless. Okay, so where do I start? Okay, so the hotel wasn't too bad. We were on the 3rd or 4th floor, I believe. And it was really funny because this has nothing to do with the story, but every other floor had a drinks machine, like cans, and then the other floors that didn't have a drinks can had an ice machine. So we were on the floor with the ice machine. So to get to our room from the elevator, you had to kind of do like a C, like this. Anyway, so I had to buy new shoes, okay? Okay, so I had blisters. Well, you could feel them coming, so I wanted to get some plasters. So it was my birthday, remember this. So my friend was on the phone to her auntie, so I was like, right, I'm going to go get some plasters from, I want to call it the lobby, but we call it reception. So we got it from the reception, but I went down to get some plasters from the reception. So I went down, you know, minding my own business. I just wanted some plasters, okay? Just wanted some plasters. Well, no, we had to have this whole dramatic scene, didn't we? Because everybody knows I love a bit of drama. Okay, so I go in the elevator to go down to reception, and my teacher, we'll call him Phil. So Phil over here is talking to this taxi driver, and we'll call him John. Okay, now I just wanted to let you know, and this has got nothing to do with it, I'm not being racist. He was black, and he was very, I just want to describe him so you can get the picture. He was black, he had full facial hair, but it was kind of like, more like stubble. He was very muscular and very intimidating. You know how you get those really big buff men? They're very intimidating to me. I was like, ooh, I'm quite a loud mouth, but when I was down there I was like, oh God. Anyway, and then Phil is like, he's quite big, as in like muscular, but he's not at the same time. He's kind of like, he's got some, but it's not much, okay? So anyway, so he is talking with John. They're kind of arguing actually, and you know, basically what happened was a bunch of girls got a taxi back, and let's call her Amy. Amy left her phone in the cab, but it wasn't actually her phone, it was her sister's phone. But her sister wasn't there. Her sister was back at home, so she took her sister's phone, okay? It's very, okay, let's just leave it at that. So John was saying to Phil, like, if you don't give me, I don't know, like, let's say £100, he said. It was quite expensive for a phone. He was like, if you give me £100, I'll give it back to you. If not, I'm going to take it home because we're running over my time. You know, my shift is supposed to be ending soon. And I was trying to ignore them, so I went to the reception. And Phil comes over to me because apparently I looked like Amy a bit. So Phil comes over to me and he's like, yo, Kirsty, give me your iPod, because my iPod is the same as the iPhone, obviously. So it looked a bit weird if I had this. So he was like, he was like, Kirsty, give me your iPod, love. You're going to go over there, get that phone back, say it's yours, alright? Just act with it. I was like, okay. So, I was over there and I was like, can I have my phone back, please? And he was like, who are you? And I was like, well, that's my phone. I left it in the taxi. I'm very sorry. It's just all a big misunderstanding. I didn't mean it. Please can I have the phone? And he was like, no, because you're not the girl that left it there. I didn't pick you up. And I was like, yeah, you are. That's my phone. Like, give it to me and I'll unlock it and prove it to you. Mind, I didn't know her flipping password. So, you know, he was like, well, where did I pick you up from then? I was like, I can't remember. I suffer with a lot of short-term memory. I'm very sorry. And he was like, no, you don't. Stop lying. I don't suffer with it. But we just wanted to get the phone back. And, you know, it was at the verge of them calling the police because it was so bad. I mean, I missed half of this conversation in the beginning because I was up in my room. So, okay, so when I get really scared, I cry, okay? So he's in my face, right? This is him. He's like this in my face, screaming at me in my face, right? In the middle of a reception where there are people. There are people watching this pretty much. There's teachers watching this. There's some other students watching this. And I'm just here like, you know when you try to stop yourself crying, you hold it all back in. I was like that. If I said one word, I would have burst out crying. He went to grab me, guys. He went to grab me. I started bawling my eyes out because I didn't know what to do. I was scared he was going to hurt me, you know? Like, he's a big muscular, he looked like a freaking boxer. And I thought he was going to hit me or knock me out or something, right? Mind, I'm I'm technically 15 because I turned 15 that day. So I'm 15 at the time now, scared. My parents aren't here and I didn't know what to do. My friend wasn't even down with me. I was on my own pretty much. So, this other teacher who I love to pieces, she's amazing. Let's call her Sandra. So Sandra comes over, puts her arm around me and goes, don't make the birthday girl cry, mister, alright? You can't, you know, just give her the flipping phone back. And he's like, no, because that's not the girl. I'm not giving the phone to somebody that it doesn't belong to. So Sandra was like, just go to your room and then, you know, I'll come up in a bit and speak to you. I was like, alright, okay. So I went up. Phil still has my iPod, so I can't do anything. Like, I can't, because I was Facebooking my mum at the time, instead of like texting, obviously, because texting costs. So when I had internet, I would, I'm gonna itchy leg, sorry guys. So I was Facebooking her in the hotel because I had free Wi-Fi. So my mum's like messaging me going, Kirsty, where are you? Like, what, you know, like, because I was in the middle of talking to her and she was like, Kirsty, hello? So she stopped messaging me then. She messaged me twice, I think it was. And Phil has my iPod, so he could have had a lovely convo with her if he wanted to. Anyway, so I come up and I got full face of makeup, right? Because we were going out for food after. So mascara dripping. It wasn't too bad, but it was, you could tell, like, under here. So I went back to my room. And bless my friend, I'll just call her, let's call her Crystal. So Crystal is on the phone to her auntie and she's like, okay, I gotta go. Kirsty just come in bawling her eyes out. Bless her. She's a great friend and I love her to pieces. Anyway, she had to hang up twice because of me and I feel so bad for her auntie, like. Anyway, so she's like, what happened? Like, what's wrong? I'm having a flipping panic attack, pretty much. I'm like, like, I couldn't breathe. I was trying to get my breath back because I was so scared. I was shaking. So we sat down on the bed and I told her everything. And she was like, right, where's this person? I want to know what he looks like. And I was so scared he was going to come up to my room. So we were like, what if he comes up here and, like, hits me? Because I told her he did try to hit me. Like, he went like this to grab me with one hand and he had this hand ready. And I was so scared, so I explained to her everything that happened, what Phil made me do, well, it wasn't Phil's fault, but he, you know, wanted me to get it back. And then what Sandra done, and this John person was so horrifying and just a bully. Not really a bully, but he was just horrible. So she was like, right, okay, just stay here, you know, it'll be fine. If he comes here, I'll speak, whatever. So I'm touching up my makeup a bit. And we have a knock on the door. And I'm like, oh, what? I was so scared. So I did open it on my own. But Crystal was on the bed. Like, it went like, the door was here. The bathroom door was here. And then there was one bed and then one bed. And we had like a dresser here. So you could see from either bed anyway. So Amy and two other people, not I'm going to make names up for them, but Amy came in, she was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I feel a bit better now. She was like, here's your iPod, it is yours, isn't it? I was like, yeah. I was like, did you get your phone back? She's like, yeah, we did, finally. And she went, the police wasn't called actually, and I was like, okay, that's good. And then she went, because me and Amy we weren't friends, but we didn't, you know, we just talked if we saw each other. And then when we went down to reception to go to dinner, loads of people got stuck in the elevator, but that's another story. I didn't, thankfully. But Phil was talking to me and he was like, I'm very sorry for making, you know, you cry and everything. I was like, no, it's fine, don't worry about it. It's fine. But yeah. That's the story of the taxi driver from hell, I'm calling him. If he laid a hand on me, I probably could have got him sued. Oh well. But yeah, that's my story. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did find it entertaining, or if you did enjoy it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more videos of me, and I will see you in my next video.